them fools in Arkansas, critical race theory. On Wednesday, a federal appeals court handed Arkansas the green light to enforce its classroom ban on teachings about systemic racism and inequality. Y'all, this the same state where they had the Little Rock Nine. The 8th Circuit ruled that students and families can't force schools to teach what the state wants silence, declaring curriculum is up to politicians, not the courts. This decision overturns the lower court's move that blocked the ban. Arkansas's Attorney General is already touting it as a win for voters. But student advocates warn this ruling opens the door to more government censorship in classrooms, shutting down honest conversations about race and history. It's such a trip that Arkansas wants to spend all of his time talking about stuff like this here. I saw this tweet. Hold on, I think it's from Jamel Hill. She was responding to that fool Sarah Huckabee because Sarah was just so excited by this ruling. Let's see if I can find it. She was like, girlfriend, why are you getting all excited when you look at the illiteracy rates in Arkansas? And that's the one that just cracks me up the most. How these folks, Lord have mercy, they kill me. Like y'all hollering about systemic racism, critical race theory, when literally you are at the bottom of education stats in America. Y'all got some other stuff y'all might want to be focused on.
You know, what's always been interesting to me about this argument, I went to UCLA for undergrad, one of the homes of critical race theory. And critical race theory for legal education, for higher education is definitely at the college level. And I'm very curious what these folks are actually calling critical race theory. Is it anything about Black people? Is it anything about Black history?
Yes. Critical race that's literally theory? Nola. That's literally Nola. Christopher Rufo literally said that. He literally said it in a tweet. Their strategy was that if anything that comes up that's Black, that's brown or whatever, they want to associate it with critical race theory. And that's why they attacked critical race theory in 2022, woke in 2023, DEI in 2024. So their whole deal is all of it is critical race theory. You're trying to explain that, this is a legal theory. They don't care. Basically, their whole deal is, no, that's them Negroes. Now they can't use the N word. They can't go there. But they're like, all that critical race theory, that's it. Oh, them contracts, critical race theory. End up, no. Oh, fellowships, critical race theory. Hold up, internships, critical race theory. So the strategy is, that's it. That's all they want to do. They want to scare white people.
Right. So here's my rejoinder. Right. Have we not caught on yet? Do we not have a counter to this? Because you just laid out the different. You just laid out a timeline. CRT, DEI.
But that is the counter. But white folks don't want to deal with it. White media doesn't want to deal with this. That's my whole book, White Fear. Okay, I literally had a Black anchor on national television hit me and say, Roland, I would love to have you on my show, but my white producers don't like your title. And my response was, I talk about those same white producers in the book. This is the whole point. I have been personally emailing a couple of white hosts on mainstream television. They don't want to touch it, Nola. They don't want to call a thing a thing. They don't want to say it's all designed to hype up white people. It's other things. It's other. That's what it is. So the reason it hasn't been properly addressed is because white media does not want to talk about it because it's also them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why. It's abundantly clear. Reecie is abundantly clear. They don't want to deal with it. This is about whiteness, and they don't even want to use the word white.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Arkansas, y'all won. Now, what's your prize? Brokey. Like, y'all got child labor that Sarah Huckabee put up in there. Y'all still gonna lose all kind of Medicaid expansion. All kind of people gonna be kicked off with food stamps and SNAP. After school programs gonna be cut. all kind of infrastructure going to be cut. So what show white people don't have to learn about black people prize? How is your life better? They rounded up immigrants, trans people is banned, DI is dead, and you still broke and you still white and you still mad. Congratulations.
Greg?
That part.
Yeah, okay. We just passed the anniversary of the Scopes Monkey trial. If y'all had to go see Inherit to Win, the play, Williams Jennings Bryan versus Clarence Darrow in the courtroom, all over whether you should teach creationism or evolution in schools in Tennessee. These are theocrats. They are theologians. They are hardcore Christian. I won't call them Christian. They're hardcore religious extremists. Slow-eyed Sarah Huckabee, whose Christo-fascist father was visiting Bibi Netanyahu's trial in Israel yesterday.
He said slow-eyed?
They have, slow-eyed. The eyes kind of slow. It's S-L-O-E, kind of, looking another way. Huckabee, as we call her. She is in Arkansas. These politically and intellectually inbred fools could have had a literal rocket scientist, Christopher Jones, as the governor. They picked Huckabee because they are religious inbred ideologues. They believe that God made heaven and earth in 7 literal days. They believe that they're supporting Israel because they're waiting for the Armageddon to come, followed by the rapture. And they believe that ish. So my point is this. Critical race theory, which, as you said, Roland, and you and Nolan was saying, they can't spell, not even given 3 letters, CRT, which is basically saying the N-word. Before that, it was diversity and DEI. It all means the same thing, the N-word. They want to, and again, following the money, in this BS bill they passed, they just got billions of dollars so they can take their children away from being next to your children and teach them that God made the world in 7 days, or 6 days really, and rested on the 7th, to be technical about it. And all the other foolishness, I'm sorry if anybody's offended, deal with it. Because you're dealing with ideologues and white supremacists who are going to pursue their agenda. Now, the solution to this is what we're doing right now. It's Black Star Network. It's moving forward with self-determining platforms that are very clear, pour clean glasses of water, and have us in real dialogue that will allow us to act collectively. This, as we hear news today, is reported in Variety that CBS is shutting down Stephen Colbert's show in May, and now they shaky worried about Jon Stewart after they wouldn't give Roy Wood the job at Comedy Central. Why? Follow the money. Skydance Media is slated to acquire Paramount, and the guy David Ellison, who leads Skydance, is infatuated, it appears, with Donald Trump. These ideologues have megaphones, and they continue to curate the electorate they need by propagandizing them. And in Arkansas, it's inbred Christian nationalists. Our solution is to have our own platforms where we continue to have work like this and roll over these people politically like the sea. Stop trying to talk with them because they are worried about something completely different than what you worried about.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.